Okay, hello. Oops, let me make this big. I had some connection issues, so um that is oops. Okay, that is why we were a bit off timing. That's okay. Okay. All right. So, getting started here. Hello everyone. We are back live. So, I'm happy to just be coming here with you today to wrap up my self checkup series that I've been doing, this recent series, and doing the part two of the science of self care with herbal and natural remedies. And so we'll go ahead and get started with reviewing a little bit last time just to bring us to what we're going to work through today and discuss today. Um, Last time we focused on the physical symptoms of where those kind of emotional issues and the physical tightness and pains that we experience and where they show up in our body. And then I shared with you different herbs that you can add to your kitchen first aid and be able to do at home relief remedies with those to help make you feel better from those immediate pains. And today we'll review more specifically the benefits that some of those herbs can bring and other natural remedies or practices that you can start to use as a relief for mental decluttering, emotional clearing, and whole body energy boosts. And so I'm looking forward to sharing that with you today. And so, oh, let's see, to kind of get started. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need something, but I'll have to take you on a little field trip in just a little bit. Okay, so to get started, first of all, for mental decluttering. So, whenever we find ourselves in a state of just like having so much going on, then it can be useful to have some remedies or practices that we can implement to be able to offer a sense of relief and just kind of reset ourselves and yeah, just kind of relax, find a relaxation from all of that. So we've talked about leading up till now with the last series with calming anxiety and practicing self-awareness and navigating emotional energy. We talked about that the first step in this kind of process of mental decluttering is to have awareness and an understanding of what you're experiencing. And so then we've talked about through this series kind of mapping out our experience within our body and that helping us to understand our needs and what we're actually experiencing and what needs to be addressed, what needs our attention. So we're gonna I'm gonna introduce and share with you a general self body scanning practice that you can do to just kind of default to in a time that you feel like you need some mental decluttering, because getting in touch with what's happening from that mental clutter in our body will help us to then address what do we need to be able to kind of soothe that, right? Okay, so in this practice, you might feel a little awkward at first. You might feel an initial discomfort or sense of resistance, but it's normal. And I just want to invite you to observe what your body is calling your attention to, different parts of your body, different sensations, different just points of focus, whatever is calling your attention within you, I want you to just observe that. And I want you to allow yourself to feel into that, to really get a sense of what that is in you, to hold space for what that experience is, and just listen, okay? And so we're gonna listen into our body's discomforts. Hi guys, I'm so excited that you guys are joining me. So we're gonna do this practice and together, and I want you to just kind of like know that part of the stress and the pain that we hold on to in our bodies that we're going to kind of look to explore in this practice is really like what comes from this kind of automatic assumption that it's wrong that those things are showing up in our body, that we're having that experience. So instead of judging yourself, like immediately just being like, no, like I want to avoid this, right? That I want you to just slow down and listen into what's happening, and then you'll notice, I want you to observe like what happens with you listening in, and are there any shifts that happen, and then what are you able to then realize what you need to be able to resolve that within you. Okay, so this self-body scanning is, we're just going to take actually about 10 minutes to do this, maybe about 8 or so, and then we'll kind of come out of that. I'm going to walk you through it each step. So if you have just, this short amount of time to just take a brief moment for yourself, I invite you to do this practice with me. And if you can't, then maybe just listen to the process and then practice it later for yourself. Maybe this can be at any time, and whether that's like, you're walking somewhere, or you are in the car, or you're in the shower, or you're getting ready for bed, or you're getting ready in the morning, or just whatever moment you have, like 10 minutes, even 5 minutes or 2 minutes for yourself. This can be really helpful and just kind of bring you to what you need and be able to soothe you. So we're going to pull ourselves out of our thoughts. So this can be just like an inside your head process, or you can also feel free to close, you might feel comfortable for you to close your eyes to really kind of start looking inside, so that you're not distracted. But if you're in the middle of doing things, then just mentally doing this for yourself. So this is going to help us to be more present. I want you to start by noticing how your thoughts are affecting your body. So I want to invite you to just maybe just kind of calm your mind, but notice as you yourself are kind of coming into this moment, or giving yourself this moment to reflect. I want you to notice the thoughts that are coming up for you, those thoughts that have been racing through your mind. Just give yourself a moment. It might take you just a second to kind of settle in, and even clear space to observe those thoughts. We tend to get so caught up in the moment and everything is racing. So when we slow down, our mind's kind of like, well, what just happened? And so it takes us a minute to focus in. But I want you to play with your focus and let those thoughts come up. And then as you tune in and you notice what thoughts are running, or you have had maybe the same thoughts coming up for you all week, or for a while now, I want you to then start to turn your attention to your body and start to tune into what is your current posture. Now, I don't want you to change anything, like resist any desire, like when you observe what your current posture is, what your current state is, I want you to freeze where you are right now, and then take a minute to observe. Take a picture of what is your current state of body, or how you're holding your body right now. Are you gripping in any way your hands? Are there any specific points of tightness? Are your shoulders kind of lifted up? Are your elbows squeezed in, or are you out? Are you like holding a frame with your body? Or just noticing maybe any tingling or any numbness or maybe emptiness that your body feels. And maybe get a sense if that sensation that's coming up for you that you're noticing in your body, notice maybe what it represents for you. Maybe notice if it's connected with a specific thought that came up for you. Then I want you to bring your attention and your focus over to your breath. Just notice, don't change it. Just notice, is your breath present? Are you wanting to hold your breath right now? Or maybe just observe the quality of your breath. As you inhale, is it easy? Is it fluid? Is it slow? Is it fast? And the same as you exhale, just observing without changing it. Just tuning into your body, observing how are your thoughts, how's your current present state of mind affecting your body and how you're holding your body. So now you've observed the struggle or ease of your breath. Move your focus over to any pain points present in your body. Are there any, without moving your body, is there any points of discomfort you're observing? Whether that be in your neck, head, shoulders, your back, and where in your back, upper back, middle or lower back. Or maybe there's a discomfort in your stomach. I want you to continue to notice where those pain points are. Maybe there's pain in your knees or your legs. Maybe there's a stiffness. Maybe you have even a desire to move. But I want you to just stay where you are right now. Bear with this feeling. Allow yourself to further listen in. What in your body is calling your attention to these discomforts? Where are all the discomforts in your body? Just become aware of that right now. Maybe you feel, I don't know if you feel any kind of pulling, or your body, like your shoulders perhaps, pulling forward, or would be an example, or maybe there's a pulling down or up, right? It could be something I could think of, but just notice what you're experiencing. And then notice maybe what would be the opposite, just to keep in mind, what would be the opposite motion or the opposite direction of that movement, of whatever pain point, discomfort, pulling, whatever tightness of sensation you're experiencing, what would be the opposite? But don't move, just think, observe. I want you now that you are more aware of these sensations, try leaning in to what's present. If you noticed any specific area gripping or tightening, go ahead and allow your body to tighten. I want you to invite that tightening and just act like really consciously tighten. Or maybe it's a furrowing of your brow, right? Like go ahead and consciously furrow your brow, or maybe consciously, right? Raise your shoulders, kind of just go ahead and consciously do whatever that discomfort is. Bring more consciousness into that part, more intention into that sensation that your body is experiencing. Now, once you've observed how that feels to be intentional about allowing your body to have that space of that experience, to actually understand and know and listen to what that discomfort is. And I want you to invite your body to breathe deeply. Maybe count to 4 on your inhale and your exhale, just to start to slow your breathing a bit. You feel that rise, feel what it feels like to expand those spaces, and then letting it all go. Maybe specifically focus as you deeply breathe into that specific part. Maybe your knees are feeling a lot of discomfort. To breathe into them, or your neck, or your shoulders, or your back, your arms, or your head. Really breathe into that space that's feeling that discomfort. And notice what change occurs as you breathe into it. Really just give yourself a moment here. Just taking a moment to listen, give attention to yourself, to your physical experience of everything that's going on for you. Just that moment for yourself in your day can be so relieving and so powerful. So as you deeply breathed into these spaces, start to relax your mind. Even thank yourself for tuning into your body, for your body calling your attention to these parts. And now I want you to allow yourself to give your body what attention it needs for comfort. So if you noted any opposite movements, right, with those sensations of discomfort, I want you to give your body that opposite movement. If your body was pulling forward, I want you to let it slowly, if you need to roll your shoulders, if you need to stretch over to your side, if you need to stretch your neck, you just slowly invite that opposite movement in, just gently. Sometimes we're too intense about the opposite stretch. It can create another sense of tension, but you just gently give that to your body, whatever it needs. It needs to move, stretch, whatever you need to do. I want you to invite that into your body. Even maybe massage painful parts of your body, whether that's your legs or your arms or your shoulders or your back, right? Go ahead and just give that back to yourself. Continuing to breathe into those spaces and release. Think about releasing that, allowing yourself to release that discomfort, release that tension. Continue here for just about 30 seconds more. Now come back to your breath. Take a couple of really intentional deep breaths. Noticing any shifts, really tuning in another second to any shifts that might have happened in those sensations you first felt to what you're feeling now in those spaces of your body. Again, thanking yourself for giving yourself this practice of this body scan. And just noticing the benefits that you can feel just giving yourself a few moments in your day. I hope that you enjoyed that practice. So the next part is emotional clearing. So along with emotional clearing, which I'm going to take you guys down with me because the moment I realized I forgot to grab my two things that we'll be needing for some herbal reliefs. So for this emotional clearing part, sorry, it's a little dark, bear with me. Okay. I want you, so we have this here, have my lavender again, okay. So we're gonna be using some different herbs and talking about the more specific benefits that some of them bring for helping with the process of additional emotional clearing. And part of that first step, just like we did with the mental decluttering body scan, part of the first step for emotional clearing is really just acknowledging what our own emotional experience is in the moment, in our daily moments, right? So, for example, have you ever felt that you're going through your day and then you all of a sudden you're experiencing a sense of frustration, or you're experiencing this sense of not feeling just there's something off, right? And so when you start to notice that, if you can take a step back from being stuck in, so to speak, in that feeling, that experience, and you notice, oh, like, why am I feeling this? Like, I'm feeling this right now, and then maybe they're like, and this is justified because this and this and this are making me have this experience, right? But being the observer, we talked again in the last series on the practicing of self-awareness, right? That you becoming the observer and being aware of what your experience is gives you more space and room and ability to have more self-compassion and move towards the ability to offer yourself relief rather than staying stuck in this feeling of discomfort. And that's just like your state of mind and your state of emotion, and right? But if you can become aware of, oh wow, yeah, like I'm really frustrated in this right now, like just telling yourself, naming that emotional experience. You have to name it, and then these are some of the things that you can use to help give some immediate relief and care for your body. So one of those things, which I also don't have a lighter right now, but I'm gonna just share with you some of my favorite herbal reliefs. It can be really nice sometimes to indulge your sense of smell for a sense of calm, and two different herbal reliefs for that. I have some Palo Santo, and Palo Santo is just really kind of grounding and helps to give you a sense of calm and mental clarity and focus, and as well as sage as well. It can be really like just clearing out. And I even personally know someone who when they burned sage for themselves, it actually helped them if they burned it before bed, for example, to be able to sleep more deeply, more soundly. And so I'm going to share with you some of the specific benefits of some of these herbs. And so Besides burning incense or even like actual herbs, um, then you can also, of course, use essential oils. One essential oil, I don't have the oil with me, but I have the flowers, is lavender. And even just smelling it, I even have like a lavender soap. And even just like those little moments that you can build into your daily routine, that if you just put those in, then you can like offer yourself an immediate automatic sense of added calmness and mental clarity and relief right into your day. Whether that's washing your hands with a certain scented soap that has those calming qualities, or that clarifying effect, or that boost of energy, right, with citrus. So there's all these things that can do that for us. And I'm going to talk to you about some different teas. Oops. Okay. Um, I think. Oh, okay. Sorry. Something had happened on the recording, and it like did a little pop up, so I thought something had happened. So I'm going to talk to you really quickly about some teas. Give me just 1 second. I'll also just to let you know, I am going to be having some additional materials. If all of these different remedies and tips are really helpful for you, I'm going to have some other supplemental materials that have like little cheat sheets of like guides of what to use when, or different, and also different practices, kind of like the body scan we did, additional meditations, or affirmations or mantras that you can use for your day, and like also written reflection questions, and a guide of how to actually really apply using these concepts into your daily life and how it works best for you, through some additional offering courses of my business that I'm building, this community for self-healing called Kindred Bonds. So if you see on my profile, my personal profile, I have that I'm the founder of Kindred Bonds, and so I'm in the process of developing that and launching that. So stay tuned for over the next couple of weeks. I will be sharing some links so that you can go and check out those things and see if any of that will be more helpful for you if you're really connecting with this material that I'm sharing, just so that you know. So, yeah. And